it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters, and we ain't got nothing to hide.
What up? What up? What up? Welcome into Pregaming over here at Sports Money, Monday to Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Your final destination for all things sports card related, last minute line movement, cash flow splits, injury analysis, angles and trends, everything you need to make informed betting decisions. Thank you for coming in, hanging out with us tonight. It's going to be a busy night. You guys know the deal, 7:35? Live stream. You know, we put a poll out there, asked you guys, what was your favorite spot to live stream primetime-wise? And guess what happened? You said Thursday. So why not get the crew together? Because that's what tonight is, Thursday. We got the first official Thursday night football game over there on Amazon Prime. The Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins, and an AFC East battle. Now, you know I'm a Philly Eagles guy through and through. That is my NFC team. You might not know that the Bills are my AFC team. So we got a big one going on tonight. Fired up for it, guys. The cocktails are ready. The ice is being made, or damn, I hope at this point it's already made. And whew, what I'll tell you what a busy 24 hours here at Sports Money. Of course, we did pre-gaming last night. Followed that up with First Strike. First Strike is out there ready for you guys to view. 4 opportunities on 3 fights. It's a 10-fight card, so we got 30% of the card covered. And if you were there on Tuesday, you don't want to miss Combat with the Sports Money crew. Going to be a big cash night. I'm so excited about this thing. 2 big main events, the co-main and the main event, of course. Sean O'Malley. I'll give you guys a spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. I'm taking Sean O'Malley. If you saw this other meatball, I was telling the fellas before we shot, I said, this guy jumps. I was going to drop an F-bomb. Good thing I looked at the clock. This guy jumps into a frozen pond head first. Then he realizes it's frozen. Really? This idiot he's got a high fight IQ? I mean, put a 1 in the chat if you don't know a frozen pond means the water is frozen. Put a 1 in there if you don't know that. This guy doesn't. I almost dropped it again. That's how jacked up I am for this weekend, you guys. It's only Thursday. Hell, we got a big live stream tonight to get into, and it's the fellas here, the Buffalo Bills, that, region is on fire. But I'll give you my spoiler alert. Steam that line for me. Go ahead. Steam it. Sancho says Marab smashes. The only thing Marab's going to smash is that ice with his head, because he's a dummy. But that being said, now look. Now we covered 40% of that UFC card if you guys go check out First Strike. So that's exciting. I'm also excited that the first college football show has been recorded. It's in the books. It's out there now. I'm not saying go right now. You're going to have time after this show. Check it out. Numbers. 6 college football. I was going to say fights. 6 college football games. I think there's 10 picks, 10 plays, maybe 11. There might be 11 on those 6. The dogs are going to be barking. That's all I got to say. Fired up for that, guys. So make sure you check it out. Throw the thumbs up out there. Look, this ain't easy, man. This takes a lot of work, a lot of research, a lot of prep. Then I got to go in and do the graphic stuff. I hope you guys appreciate that. I hope more than that we go, you know what, appreciate it or not, I hope we sweep the fucking board. Whoops. That's how fired up I am here today, you guys. I'm really jacked up. We got our guy Miggity Mac Daddy going to come in here shortly. You guys know Hitting the Books is out there, and them boys busted up a full college football card for you to go check out as well. So, man, we got Ramon Scott firing away every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. It's got to be, 6 a.m. his time? It's got to be 6 a.m. his time, I believe. If I do the math right, it's got to be 6 a.m. So every day, man, that's a commitment. And he'll be busting it out for you guys on Saturday as well. He's going to be giving you a full college breakdown. So no absence of content here for you guys to get with the best of the best to do it and share our looks to cook the book. So appreciate everybody coming in tonight. Listen, the sacrifice that had to be made, not going to get the pretty graphics here. It's what you see is what you're going to get. When C-Mac pops on, you're going to see 2 screens. That's the extent of it tonight. So going to be a little more free form as I try to figure out the scheduling to fit this stuff in. But I wanted to give you guys those college football looks as early as I could because, look, the lines are moving. They're starting to move. They're starting to steam. And I want you guys to take advantage of the best numbers out there. Maybe you do a parlay. Maybe if you parlay all the first strike bets at 17-1. I haven't even parlayed the money lines yet on the plays that I shared over there. I can't imagine what that's going to be, but you know I'm going to do it. Let's go. Let's go, you guys, man. I appreciate everybody hanging with us here. So we're going to cover the Major League Baseball card. We'll go through each of the games. We're going to cover college football. We'll go through each of those games. I have a play in both of those games. We have, what do we have? Northwestern State, the fine institution of Northwestern State taking on South Alabama. Monster spread in that game. We have Arizona State and Texas State. Both those games start at 7:30. So they'll be kicking off. Then we'll be doing the collab razor sharp picks. You know what that means. Cocktails are flying. Shots are flying. I don't know if he's going to do a shot for every punt, but probably be a safe bet because I can't imagine there's too many punts in that game tonight. And then we're going to talk about that game. And as far as parlays are concerned, I got a same game parlay for you guys in that Bills game. You know I do. You know I'm here. Look, it's not super juicy. It's 5-1, but we'll talk about each of the legs that I have set up inside of there as well. So you know the deal, guys. Just getting in. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Listen, grinding for you guys, man. Grinding. Just want to see you guys. I love seeing you guys sending those winning tickets where we win. We're not going to get them all, but where we do, I love to see when you guys are cashing on those as well. It makes me jacked up to keep doing it. So we're going to keep doing it indeed. After you smash that thumbs up button, grab a pen and paper. The finest chat in the business assembles here, right here on Sports Money to give their best looks. Everyone's been grinding on this card all day. It's been marinated. They've been watching lines. They've been looking for injury updates. Everyone's ready to go, and they're going to give their best bets, angles, trends, all kinds of analysis. You're going to want to write it down. You're not going to want to miss out. I know it's a smaller baseball card, but it goes all night. And then last but not least, you guys, throw the plays in the chat. You know I want to talk about what you guys are on as well. I'll give you the thumbs up or try not to give you the thumbs down. Listen. Friends don't talk friends off dogs. Unless your friends are taking the under on Monday Night Football. and then I have something to say about it. Oh, by the way, it's another primetime game. It's a primetime game. The unders are live. Let's see what's going on in the chat here. Of course, commenter number 1. Our man rocking and rolling on the community tab in Sports Money. If you guys don't know where that is, where have you been? Get to the homepage on Sports Money. Look across. You'll see, I think it says home, videos, shorts, live, and then community. That's the community tab. When you click on there, you're going to see all kinds of polls, plays being shared. We got all kinds of things coming. I know we got some things in the works. Fanatical Jim is working on a parlay that he wants to share with us as well. So that's going to come out there. That's going to be in anticipation of the UFC 306. Noche, baby. So there's just so much happening. It's so exciting. It's a little overwhelming. I got to be honest. There's so much to do, so little time to do it. But Our guy finds the time to be the number one commenter in the chat. 99.6% of the time, unless Stacks beats him. Joe T is ready to roll. And he's got his his fuck your under play of the day. He's going over field goals on Thursday Night Football at 3.5. Now, this is the teaser because he's got a couple of other plays over there in the community section. So after we get done here, make sure you migrate over there. You see what's going on with Joe T. Man's been fire. Literally fire. His assault on the unders shows no mercy. Appreciate Joe T rocking and rolling with us, man. Great guy to have as part of the crew. NJ Striker's ready to go. Sancho says Tua over 264.5 passing yards. He likes the Brewers money line. A-Chain and Allen, anytime touchdowns. Now, I expect A-Chain to play. I know that he's kind of questionable. I know that because he's on my fantasy team. So we will see what happens. David Wallace says the Yankees saved me yesterday. And, man, I should have just laid the juice. I took the -1. I should have just laid the juice. But don't fade the Yankees on 9/11. Stop it. You guys are smarter than that. Shout out to David Wallace. He's smarter than that. Let's go. KV says winner covers the run line series in Washington, Miami, and the Brewers, San Francisco. And Joe T. The Brewers are the worst team in baseball. Well, look, the thing about yesterday's loss is it only counts as one, Joe T. It's only one loss. That's all. And Sub's going to agree with Joe T. There's Kenny Wood in the house. Says, what's up, Mike and gang? Hey, something made me think of this, and it wasn't Kenny Wood here, but if you guys do have the Survivor entries, if you're still alive, I believe you gotta, I don't know. I'm out of this one. So I'm out until the next round, but I believe you got to get that pick in tonight by 8:15. And that includes the weekend. I don't think it holds it open, even if you're not playing Thursday. Now, double check the rules, but I know from a fact that that's where I got stiff. Like it was like week 8 of the season. I told the story like 6 times already. You don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss the lock. Worst case scenario, if you put a team in for Sunday and it doesn't lock, well, then you can go back and change it. Just don't miss it if you're in it. That's terrible. That would be terrible. Nasty Nate, a.k.a. The Wrench, a.k.a. The Mechanic, smack you over the head if you don't hit that thumbs up button. And he says the Red Sox smashed tonight. Shout out to Nasty Nate. Too legit in the house. Let's go. Subhuman says, evening, gang. Hope everyone had a good day, and I hope to see you around the Thursday Night Football stream. Silent Rob says, party time. Hell yeah, man. Thursday is the bridge to the weekend. Thursday is connected to Friday, and then we're there. And you guys already know what we do on Saturdays. So get yourselves, pace yourselves. A busy weekend. We got a busy weekend. Too legit says, on the Brewers. Anyone like the over in Miami? I'm surprised Joe T wasn't. Well, I guess they're not home. And that's why maybe Joe T's not looking at that Miami over. Trisha M's in the house. Let's go. Too legit says on it at 8.5. Kelly V saying reverse psychology. RVD 420 says, what's up, Money Mikey? What you on, NFL? I have 2 ideas. One is definitely on a teaser playing with the numbers as we speak. I'm going to talk to you guys about it. I'll give you guys some plays here. The same game parlay I did here will show you some of the plays that I'm on, but I've got a couple other player props. I'm just waiting to see some of the movement and some of the final roster configuration. So that's what we've got. Yeah, Dale Fix says, I hate having to pay Amazon, but buckled and got Prime. Yeah. I don't certainly get shit sent to me on a regular basis that it's worth it, but maybe I should start. If they delivered booze, it would be worth the investment, but they don't. J Dub says Brewers or Giants. Sancho says Marab smashes. Kenny Wood says, does anyone have an opinion about Bills scoring at least 1 point in every quarter tonight? Hard Rock has a plus 200 bet for that prop. But is it a trap? Oh, I got a nice plus 1,600 this morning in that game that I'm gonna put a couple shillings on, a couple shekels. Shout out to our guy. Look at this. He's back and ready to go. Cooks over 18 receiving yards for Randall Sheffield. Tula just says, I did not know water freezes, as you call it. Vital says, I picked a bad day to stop sniffing glue. Oh, we got a Red X update. Yeah, man, listen. I liked it. I liked the other side before it. You know, it just made me more excited. After we talked about it, the crew and I talked about it after we saw the update. So I like it even more. Joe T says, Kelly V, no, the Giants are just bad and you give up 12 runs. I'm just effing with Mikey. Hey, I told you. They're the 5th best team in the NL yesterday, didn't I? Didn't I say that? Certainly got my money. Damn it. Dude, just as also, here we go. Did a Skibo Ismail anytime touchdown parlay for plus 100. Oh, man, I spent so much time in front of this damn computer the last 24 hours. Woo! You guys are funny, man. You gotta give me, it's only Thursday. Can't get me jacked up for the UFC on Saturday. It's only Thursday. Sancho says it'll be fun going head-to-head Saturday. I'll tell you what. History shows that I lose that final event. But I dominate so much going into it that it doesn't matter. So we'll see if we can continue that. Trisha M's commending my graphics work. Thank you. Thank you. I spelled the teams right. I spelled the leagues right. Imagine if I screwed that up. We were laughing about that last night. Let's go. Jerry Davis in the house says freaking Fromberg K from a winning early window. Man, that K game is volatile. How about last night? Lance Lynn was plus 135 in the K prop. And then we had Ray was minus 140. I mean, the lines would indicate Ray shoves and Lynn doesn't. Nope. Flip-a-roo. Super true story says, what's up with that line movement in the Texas State game? Who not playing? I think it's a matter of who needs what more, I think is what it comes down to. Super true story. Cameron Sinet says UFC Spirit is going to be the best money all year. Let's go. Jerry Davis says, let's go Demons. Let's go. Kelly V says, Joe T, last night winds were 70 miles an hour out. Yes, they were. Super true story says up to 2.5, total down to 59. We talked about the under earlier this week, right? Was it Tuesday? It was like 61.5 or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to go back and check. We'll have to check tape. Let's go. John C's in the house. My dude, Philly Eagle Flyer. Maybe the best name in the business is here, ready to go. Love you guys coming in, man. Let's go. Kelly V says Washington -1 at plus 118. Jerry Davis. Arizona State money line in the under 60. Got ASU over 28.5 team total and under 30.5 total for Texas State, of course. Cameron Sinet says dogs are gonna be barking. First number to hit the streets, dogs. Voodoo Ranger says Kincaid touchdown. Remember the tight end primetime trend last year. Tight high view games go to the big Hogs. I like it. We got it. There we go. You guys would have to, you would know I'm not serious if I was dropping plays like that out there. I don't even like to put those in parlays, right? Oh, man. You guys are so much fun. I love it, man. I love what's going on here. Kelly V, looking at NFL Tua over 22.5 completions. Let's see what we got here. -115. I was wondering if you guys agree or don't. Let's let Kelly V know if we agree or we don't. Jerry Davis says, if that field goal over hits, I'm going to say the FG under is a lock. Joe T, appreciate you, my dude. Let's go. Voodoo Rangers says, Bass 2+ field goals. You know, you got to like that just from a Bills perspective. They drafted this dude out of what was it? Was it Georgia Southern or Georgia State? I can't remember which. Who the hell drafts a field goal kicker? Well, the Bills did. He's been money. He has been money. KV says Seattle 8-2 straight up. And first home game of series 18-5 with a heavy lean to the Seattle side of things. Interesting spot there with a rook making his debut. Jerry Davis says LOL field goal and full game abbreviation is very similar. I got you. Oh, yeah, I got you. Now that makes sense. That makes sense. Full game under. Gotcha. John wants to know if there's any overs in MLB tonight, Joe. Love your overs, Joe T. Let's go. 20 plus receiving yards. John AOD in the house. NJ Striker says, like the Bills with the plus money. Thanks, AOD. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, my dude. Thank you. Yeah, picks due tonight. I text or DM'd whoever earlier, and sorry, I can't remember. I just fucking half fried here, man. Everything's been a deadline to grind all day for the last 2 days. So get them in tonight. Don't miss out. Make sure you also put in if you're doing the NFL Classic bundle, you do your middle step as well. RVD says, I'm on a teaser. Buffalo plus 3.5, over 41.5 for plus 130. But I also like the under 52.5. Trying to middle this bet. Oh, John, see, we got a little difference of opinion. Jerry Davis. Rookie day, baby. Let's go. Nasty Nate says the pick select 15. All right. I'm out of it. I stopped looking. I'm out. I took them Bengals, Nasty Nate. You know your Patriots smashed me. You know they got me. AOD says Celtics second quarter. Oh, man, I can't wait for that season. Jerry Davis giving Amazon Prime folks a shout out. Joe T says, I did take over in the Rays Guardians. There's a sharp look. Voodoo Ranger says Phillips over 22, over a quarter sack, plus 200-ish. Was plus 250, seeing 190s. An assist will get it. There you go. Man, you guys ready for football? Let's go. Need help on the Rangers. M's tied after second inning for Philly Eagle Flyer. That'd be my second. Wow. Best bet of the season. Whew. Let's go. Dougie Wise in the house. Skunt Blaster. Says National should be a minus 190. Doug likes the Dolphins minus 2.5. Shout outs to Joe T. There's Flea Mathis. Says get ready to hear. Still champion. Sugar Show. I can't wait for that. It's going to be fun. Philly Eagle Flyers on the Bills plus 3.5 in the over 43. What's up, Marcus McCarthy? Let's go. Look at that. Nasty Nate. That's what you got to do, man. You got to find a way to fade the public. Half the survivor entries are out. I'm already halfway to someone sending me $1,000. I believe in you guys. I believe in you guys getting it. Someone's going to get it done. Only first place has to send it my way. Only first. If you come in second, you get to keep the whole thing. It's on me. What's up, Joseph Alvarado? My dude, Mitch Morber's in the house. There's Trisha M. says, Joe T. I saw your take on the over in the NFL game, but also over field goals. I know we saw both in the Monday Night Football game, so curious to hear your rationale. Let's go. Scott Blaster likes himself. Texas State money line, Bills money line, and James Cook anytime touchdown. And shout out to Grandma Horse Racing. Let's go. Gifting a sports money membership. Shout out to you, Grandma Horse Racing. Appreciate seeing you rocking with us. The real thing will be in your honor right around 7:30. So I'm fired up for that. Going to be a lot of fun. Trish, thank you so much, Grandma Horse Racing, helping grow our community one member at a time. We're going to have some member-only streams. We're going to have some member-only plays. You guys, again, the college football stuff's out there, but that doesn't mean we stop there. There's a whole college football cart. Stay tuned. Too legit says, Tua about to cook the Bills defense tonight. 35 plus on deck for the Dolphins. Oof. Joe says it can. I'm struggling to read. It still can, but I do like both. But the field goal, I like that more. There's Brady in the house. Says, what's up? What's up, Brady? It's good to see you, my dude. Thanks for coming back and hanging with us. Let's go. Marcus McCarthy says, thank you to whoever gifted. That was Grandma Horse Racing that gifted. Oldie, giving the shout out to the chat. Shout out to you, Oldie. DJ Hardy, shout out to you. Shout out to Julian Cesario. Likes the Mariners. Got a big play on the Mariners out there. Appreciate you, Marcus, man. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank all you guys for coming in here. Let's get to the grind. The grind it is. Nobody grinds like I was looking to change the I was looking to change the banner or the overlay, but I'm not, because I was slacking. I was too busy. It was like 1.5 takes on college football. So as I said, don't judge me on the production value today alone. Let's just evaluate the winners. And trust me, it'll get better as we go. Promise you guys that. Shout out to Jermaine Conley. Appreciate you coming in, Mike, dude. Guys, make sure you do hit that thumbs up button. Take the time, please. Some great stuff's been going on. We're getting some great. We just crossed over 70,000 views. 70,000 views yesterday. Crazy. We started in the dog days of summer. Shit, we had like 5 people watching us on UFC. Shout out to you 5 that were. I appreciate that. But man, it feels like we, as much as we've come a long way, just like when we gamble. If we win some money, it's great. But we forge ahead. We got to keep rolling. That's what we got to do. AOD says we are all D-Gens united as one, and that's the best way for us to launch this ship. Let's look at this Marlins Nationals game, you guys. Like I said, I'm going to roll down the card. It's going to be a little more informal today because, well, I ran out of time. Listen, I'm just a man trying to figure the scheduling thing out. I want to get you guys these plays. I want to make sure they're good plays, not just throw a dart at the board and cross our fingers. And I ran out of time. But what we have here is 89% of the bets and 92% of the cash on the Nationals. Woo! We have a total that's at 9 with 82% of the bets and 81% of the cash on the over. Yet we're starting to see a little downward movement. And it's the battle of battles here. We got Parker, the lefty, rocking for the Nationals. He's got a 7-9 season with a 4.43 ERA. And we got Darren. Can't even say his last name. So much time trying to say these last names. Mick whatever. But he's got a 7.4 ERA. And, he hasn't gone very. He's only got 24 innings pitched. So we got fresh meat on the bump for this Marlins side of things out there. Kind of recent performances. The Marlins stink. We know that. They got swept on the road against them Pirates. The Nationals just 1-2 in their last 3. Now, interesting enough, they did just play the Pirates. They did take that series. Lost 12-0. Now, here's an interesting spot because you guys have heard me talk about it time and again. Team gets shut out. What do we do the next game? We play them. Now, it's not 100%, but I assure you it's profitable. And we saw that the Nationals lost to Atlanta 12-0. The following game, they come back and they fire 5-1. That's what happens. So as I was looking at this game and I started breaking some things down, the biggest thing that jumped out to me was, kind of the lack of movement on the National side. All things considered, that they've got a ball of raw clay on the bump for the Marlins. And I like that because in this case here, it gives me the opportunity to look at it and say, well, nobody's seen this guy on this Nationals team. They all got zeros. On the Marlins side, 3 guys have seen Mitchell Parker, but nobody's hit him either. So as I kind of looked at it, I said it makes sense that the total's dropping, right? It's also a divisional battle here. We got the NL East showdown between these 2 bottom feeders in the NL East. A lot of times, especially this time of the season, we just see unders and they throw their raw meat out there to try to get a little more time in the professional leagues out there to see exactly what they have in the arsenal. But this is a big fade spot for me. We talk about the Marlins and just how bad they are in the first game of a series. But how about this? How about the Nationals? If you fade them in game 1 of a series, you're 54-19. 54-19. Shout out to my guy, Old E, gifting a sports money membership. What up, brother? Thank you very much, dude. It means a ton. Appreciate you. I will bank these cheers, and I will start to show off with those because you guys deserve it, and I hate to do it with water, but it means a ton that you're helping us grow, spending your time here, sharing your plays with us, being members of this community that we're building and gifting it forward is awesome, and that just means a ton It does. From the bottom of my heart, thank you very much, Oldie. And I appreciate that. Respect you guys and what you guys do on the regular and taking the time out of your day to come in here and listen to me babble. And I know our next guest has listened to me babble a lot through 2 networks. Through 2 networks, he's heard me babble. And he still shows up, which I like. But we'll get to that in a second. My official play here for this game, I mean, look, in the true spirit of the way we grind, I'm grinding. Now, the thing is with this number, there's better numbers out there now. So I grabbed it at 148. It is moving a little bit. I don't like that, but DraftKings has a 160 out there. 150 at BetMGM, 160 at BetRivers, Caesars is just slow to the punch. It says 170. And then FanDuel at 154. So we don't have the best number with FanDuel. We got a fade of the Nationals in game 1 of a series. Let's get some shot at this plus money. What do you guys think? Wait till this next play, too, because you want to talk about a shot at some money. I try to, and this is why I didn't have such a huge card the other day, try not to recognize that it was such an infusion of capital on Tuesday when I start making plays. But there's a couple spots that I did want to take a swing at. So anyhow, we're going to pop this card off. We're going to pop it off with them Marlins, man. You know, as I say it, I'm not going to have time to do it. I don't want to ruin this. I don't want to ruin the surprise. Maybe if you guys have watched me for a long time, you know, I'm a sucker for same city parlays. J-Dub says that Nats lineup is weird. It is. And that number's weird, you know, considering the raw clay that is. And up. I get a tease. He's just teasing me back there. I saw it. He'll be here in a minute there. Sancho, what's up? Says Legend Mike Sports Money. I appreciate you, Sancho, man. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you rocking with us. Jerry Davis says Nats have a lot of call-ups. Julian says, Pimp, check that Miami lineup. Might change your mind. It won't. Now, in all fairness, a takeaway for me next year will be to incorporate the lineup more. You guys have done a tremendous job this year, especially like when we are head to head, where you guys will say the lineup scares you, and I already made the plays. My feet are already to the pedals. What am I supposed to do? Even if I jumped off the bike, the bike's coming with me. You know what I mean? I'll tell you guys, there's a funny story. I'll tell you at the detriment of myself, but you know when they say it's like riding a bike, and I guess the meaning is you never forget how. It's not entirely true, especially if it's been, say, I don't know, at least 15 years since you rode a bike. Could have used training wheels. Just, you know, riding up. I live about a mile from the beach, so I was taking a little beach ride, riding on the sidewalk. Some cars came, and those cars come quick when you're sitting on the bike. And I'm rolling down, and I'm looking, and I see the car, and I'm trying not to fall. And I'm, you know, shame on me. I fixated on a line of sight, which happened to be a mailbox. And I was a good 15 yards away from the mailbox. Well, the mailbox is still standing, but it definitely threw a body check on me. The mailbox threw a body check on me. It's not like riding a bike. When they say that, it's not the case. The worst part was the fucking neighbor was in the front yard, and he's just sitting there, you know, because it's beach area. So he's just sitting there in his lawn chair or whatever, and he's watching me the whole way. And he comes over and he goes, "Oh my God, are you okay?" And so I looked at him and I go, "Who the fuck puts a mailbox there?" Oh, it was some of my funnier. I don't know. It was embarrassing. But I'll tell you the story. I don't care. I'm still alive to tell you the story, so it's all good. Tech B says, "What up, everyone? Just hopped on. I jumped on the Marlins early today. I'm glad." That was a couple years ago, by the way. I've much learned how to ride a bike again, so that story goes. Goes on. Tarek says, "I'm glad we aligned +1.5 for him." That shit was hilarious. Kelly V says teams just played and split 1-1. Only was 2-game series. Dale fixes. I rode a bike a few years ago and couldn't ride. That's what I'm saying, dude. It's not like riding a bike. Whoever said that was full of shit. Or they ride bikes every day. That's what I think. RVD4 says, Mikey, what you on in the NFL and on the college football games tonight? I got you guys. I got you. Let's go. Let's keep it rolling. AOD. Does the day end in Y? Actually, your boy has been, wow. I was going to say 2 days, but I forgot about Tuesday. I hadn't any cocktails last night, so I'm coming in fresh and ready to go. Tula just as if I seen that unfold and you said that to me, I'd die of laughter and hand you a cold one. He wasn't happy. He wasn't happy. He was pissed. He was, first of all, he was like caught off guard. He was like, what? Like he did something wrong. What's up, Talk Sports with JT? It's good to see you, dude. Let's go. Let's go, you guys. Onward and upward. We'll get our boy in here and we will see what he has to say about that game. Red Sox and Yankees here. The biggest battle in, well, they say all professional sports. I would disagree. I think the Rangers and the Flyers meet that bill, but it's only because I'm a Flyers fan. Voodoo Ranger says, hello, Mike. We have similar last riding of bike stories. I went unconscious, ripping a quarter of my ear off, sliding. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, the worst part was I had to get up and, I mean, at this point, you're far from your house. What are you going to do? I had to get up and finish the ride, but I'd say my ego was hurt, but I don't know who the fuck that guy was. Doesn't matter. I would drive by and sometimes even now if I'm riding my bike by, I'll give him one of these, see, he's got to, how can you forget somebody like that? You don't forget that. You don't forget that. There's a little story time with your boy, Mikey Money here. Red Sox and Yankees, 7:15. We open up with a big favorite on the Yankees at -178. They've moved to -195. 86% of the bets, and that's the guy I am. Too legit. Yeah. 83% of the money on the Yankees. And the lines moved 20 cents in the Yankees direction. So they're almost a -2 bills right now. -2 bills. We look at the total. It's gone from 8.5s to 9s. There are still 8.5s out there. But we got a ton of cash. I mean, all the money's on the over in this game. 98% of the bets, 99% of the cash. Makes sense. We got Criswell starting for the Red Sox, the righty. 6-4 with a 4.11 ERA. We look at he's let up 9 home runs this year as well. So he's letting up just about 1 a game. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind as we talk about something that's not often shared on this channel. And then we got Nasty Nestor with the worst mustache in the game. I mean, it's borderline porn stash at 9-10. And he's got a 3.97 ERA. He's let up 23 home runs. Now, those numbers to me validate and point to some of these overs. You look at recent games, we see obviously that Kansas City series. That first game in that Kansas City series for the Yankees, 10-4 was an explosion. Of course, we were on the under, I believe. And then I believe we took Kansas City. But then guess what? Kansas City shuts them out 5-0. What do we do after a team gets shut out? We play on them, and that's what we did last night. Unfortunately, it was only a 4-3 final. It was extras, but it was a 4-3 final. Then we see the Red Sox are making their tour out there. Back-to-back home series now, going back on the road, 2-1 against them Baltimore Orioles. And that last game went to extra innings as well. So it's kind of a unique spot where we have both teams that had just gone to extra innings. And there's a lot of big over trends on these teams that have gone to extra innings. And I started thinking about it, and I was like, well, why does that? I think it kind of makes sense because they're just tired in the outfield. So, they're running, chasing balls around, and they're doing it on the extra time. So, tricky situations when you start looking at that stuff. But, as I was digging in and I was looking again across kind of the batting orders of these two teams here, we've got wind going right to left, kind of across the field, if you will. Not much going on in terms of, ideal or favorable batting elements. But this to me is just an opportunity where we can take advantage. First of all, Cooper Criswell, 288 batting average against righties, 260 against the lefties. I think he is the weaker link in the chain on this thing. No disrespect, Nasty Nate. I know when you're on the island, it's the island of Nate, and it's the island of wrench. It's probably shaped like a wrench, I would guess, too. But, Nestor Cortez, the lefty-righty battle, that is. I think there's an opportunity here for runs. This game had runs to me pegged over it. What's interesting is, I talk about that key number of 9 in baseball. When it drops down to 8.5, I certainly get concerned. When it goes from 8.5s to 9s, then I get excited about those overs, and that's where I want to be for this game here. Just looking at these two teams, looking at the series, it's a battle. It's warm. It's nice hitting conditions, with the exception of it not going out of the field there. I just think both these pitchers are very vulnerable to getting touched up. If you look at recent performance out of Nestor Cortez, 4.1 innings pitched, something maybe not quite right there. And yet he's rolling back out there, which kind of does pivot back to Nasty Nate's point. He's got a 3.19 ERA at home. He only had 3 Ks and 1 walk, but he comes out after the 4th. Well, I guess he came out at the beginning of the 5th. And you look against the Red Sox, 2 games played, 10 innings, 13 Ks. Okay. But, still he let up 5 earned runs. Just one homer for the way of that Red Sox squad is concerned against Nasty Nestor. On the flip side, we look at good old Cooper Criswell, 5 innings pitched, 1 home run given up, 2 earned runs his last performance out there. That was against the White Sox. The shitbag White Sox found a way to hit this guy. Then you look at him against the Yankees, no home runs given up. So it's kind of an interesting spot for me. I just thought, first of all, shout out to my guy, Michael P., with the $9.99 super sticker. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thank you for the dono. Thank you for being here. I got to get a dono button. That's what I got to get, Michael P. You have reminded me to put the pen to paper. I'm going to call it the Michael P. dono button, too, is what I'm going to call it, because you just reminded me I need a dono button, my brother. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right. Cheers, Michael P. I hate cheersing with water. I hate doing it, you guys. All right. I see our guys back there. I see he's ready to go. Let me get us set up and situated here. If he's got the thumbs up, we're ready. Are we ready? Nope. He's been thumbs down on my ass all day. Guess we're not ready. It's all right. It's all right. Once we see it, we will go. But I'll give you my play in this game here. Now, this is an interesting spot because you don't see these very often, but I'm on this over. And I'm looking at Gleyber Torres. And maybe it's just the metrics of the hitting lineups here, but when you look at Gleyber Torres, 3 at-bats, no hits against Cooper Criswell. Certainly not the spot we want to be, but I'm banking on overs in this game here, and I'm banking on the top of the lineup being able to deliver. Even when you look at the bottom of the lineup, you have Anthony Rizzo and Anthony Volpe at the bottom. Volpe's hitting a 2.54 as well against righties. It's a great spot to be. On the flip side with Gleyber Torres, 381 at-bats. He's got a cool 250 batting average against righties. You look at him at home. He's got it's not quite as cool, but it's 236 as well when it comes to his ability at home versus being on the road. And I think in this case here, we've got a pitcher that's vulnerable in Cooper Criswell. So, I'm going triple dip here. I'm taking the over. I want runs. I'm going to take the Torres RBI because I think there's going to be runs. And I love that price at 210. It's priced because and if you look at his performance in the last week, right? Not the greatest. His last 6 games, only 1 RBI. He's been walked 3 times in 5 Ks. So, to me, when I started dissecting that 3 walks and 5 Ks, remember some of those numbers we were looking at before with like Henderson and Schwarber, they want to gun those guys down. They don't care if he's got 21 RBIs in his last 10 days. Well, in this case here, they're a little concerned of Gleyber, and that's why they walked him. Now we look at him against Boston, 4 RBIs, 5 strikeouts in 7 games. So I'm taking me a little shot with this guy here. It's a calculated decision. Maybe this one's a little bit affiliated with the building of the bank. Let's bring on our next guy here, our guy here. Let's see what he has to say about this thing. You guys know him and love him. The staple of Thursday entertainment here with Pregaming. Make it a Matt Daddy in the house. What's up, C-Matt?
Fucked with the boxes again, Mikey.
Boxes, man. I'll tell you what. You know, it's funny.
Sorry.
When I did the video I did earlier today, I saw the box was off on the top too. So I gotta fix it. How are you, C-Mac?
No, everything's good. Sorry, I was a little late trying to send out some of these plays I'm on, and I even sent it just to you, Mike.
You did.
But we're going over it anyways. But yeah, I was going through all my messages and getting it out, and it's like I just sent it to Mike.
I got a free premium.
Oh yeah, shut the fuck up. Everyone's getting them here. Come on, give it. Well, that's what we do here Thursday.
Shout out to our guys here, man. We got the crew ready. Talk sports with JTS, because if I'm drinking moonshine, I am not. Nasty Nate says, if I knew which 60 of you didn't hit the like button, you'd be blocked. He does have the wrench.
Shout out to my guy, Nasty Nate. That's what I'm on here in this game. I had to take it this price. He didn't come through. I had Rooker yesterday. He had RBI. He had a couple of hits, but I went back to him, and he went yard. Devers didn't. I think he's 4 for 15 with a couple of homers. The price is too big with his ribby in this game. It was plus 220. So I'm on that and a little on the homer, plus 450. So shout out to my guy, Nasty Nate.
Devers. You got a little Devers action?
Little Dev, little Dev. Little
Dev.
D, little Dev.
Shout out to our guy Gonzo. How about this? He's going to Cozumel. Bunch of tight bikinis on deck. But he still dropped in to say, what's up, you guys? That's awesome. Appreciate that, man. I hope you enjoy your trip. Have a great cruise. Hopefully you got the booze pack. Get them cocktails in you, my dude. It's going to be a lot of fun. C-Mac, let's go, my guy. We got baseball on deck. We got football around the corner. We got both college football and the NFL tonight in play. So I did listen.
I was trying to get through baseball here. I'm like, this guy's fucking. Come on.
Yeah, dude, I'm jacked up. I've been fucking talking.
I know, but you're slapping ass a little too long with the chat. Like, let's get rolling here. Get through fucking baseball.
Once you wind me up, dude, I'm on my way. All right, how about this?
I know.
How about Tampa? How about Tampa and the Guardians? Let's go. We got 84% of the bets and 77% of the cash on the Guardian. Minor movement. It's moved 2 cents in that direction. We saw Joe T likes the over in this game, the 7.5. We have 71% of the bets and 66% of the cash on the under, Tampa and Cleveland. It's Pepio. It's Williams. Pepio with the 3.66 ERA. But an 8-6 number beside his name out there. And Williams, is he the weak link for Cleveland Guardians, C-Mac? I think he might be. He's got a 5.25 ERA and just a struggling 3-8 record out there, despite what that Cleveland team can do. What's impressive about that 3-8 to me, the bullpen. The bullpen's so damn good, but he's so poor when he pitches that they just can't find a way to get the win, which means he's stepping out of there behind. At least in my estimation here. Do you think the Cleveland Guardians have a chance against Pepio, or is this a live dog situation?
I think the Rays are live here. You got a live dog in this one. Pepio, it's been difficult. He was out. He didn't pitch really well early on. Mike, in his first time really the whole American League seeing him, from being in the National League with the Dodgers. And then he got hurt. Since he's back, he's been all right. He has been great. And Williams, he's been pretty awful here on the road. He's off that bad start in LA where he got yanked right away. 37 pitches, 5 runs, he was gone. So I think maybe he won't be awful, but he's been awful at home, right? His ERA is over 7 here at home, right? Yeah, 7.5. I think the Rays, first 5. Why mess with the bullpen? Go Rays first 5 here, take a shot with them. That's why I like this game. Rays are just tough for me. They're dog shit team. It doesn't hit. But that's, take them here, first 5, the plus money.
I like Pepio there. I like that first 5. I
like Pepio too.
I couldn't pull the trigger.
I was a little pissed. I know the trade the Dodgers wanted to do, of course, but I thought down the line at his age he could be really good. And we see with Glasnow, it's just never gone long in his whole career. He's hurt again. He just never pitches more than whatever he has, like 130 innings during the year. So, it is what he is. The guy's a stud, but he gets hurt all the time. Shout out to the chat. My guy, Joe T. Shout out to you, my man. Kelly, I appreciate you. As always, thank you for my college football. Appreciate you, too. Retweeting it. I saw that. I love AOD, my dude. Markel, what's going on? Skunt, Blaster, JT, OD. Shout out to all the guys here. Sancho, I hit all of you. But Mikey did a lot of that. He slapped a lot of ass before.
I've been talking for 24 straight hours, it feels like. I was probably talking to myself. That's what we do.
You talk to yourself, brother.
That's that time of year. You know, I did stop talking long enough to listen to Hitting the Books and that Arizona State breakdown. Nice job on you boys.
Yeah. Well, let's get to that in a minute. A lot of love here. Sharp money for Arizona State. For Texas State.
We got 2 plays left in baseball. We got the Rangers and the Mariners. They pop off at 9:40 p.m., so we will be in the midst of live streaming here. We've got an interesting spot because we got a Rook making the debut, right? It's a plus 140 Texas Ranger spot, and everybody saw the Rook on Seattle side of things and jumped on it. 87% of the bets and 85% of the cash. Looking at the Mariners, but the line has come down 24 cents against the Mariners. Just the last second, just now, the line went from plus 130 to plus 132 on the Ranger. Just now, plus 132. And we got a 7 with 71% of the bets and 76% of the cash on the over. That's showing 6.5s now as well. C-Mac, we got a little Miller rocker, and I'm going to tell you, I don't like this last minute movement. Anytime this last second flick kind of comes into play there, it definitely gives me a little pause. Yesterday, I kind of fucked a spot where it moved 2 cents right before the show, and it moved in my direction, and I was like, okay. I thought that was a safety net. I thought it was a nice, warm, fuzzy blanket. It wasn't. I took the L. But, man, the Texas Rangers, Jesus. You know, the problem that they got going out there is they stink against righties. They got busted up against Arizona 14-4, and that was after getting shut out 6-0. So as much as I just talked about loving to play teams automatically after they get shut out, the Rangers just in a bad spot. Bad spot. Somehow they've caught up to that early season. They're not going to make the playoffs that everybody talked about last year. And then we look at the Mariners. They're win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose one.
Come on.
Where the hell do you want to put your money?
Not on them. Not at this price.
No.
I mean, this team's 500, and they've been priced crazy like this all year long. And in the end, they just can't hit. And it just seems like that's when you want to back them. They win one, or they win 3 in a row, and you think they're coming around. Rodriguez has just had, just a bad year, for a guy with a ton of talent. It just and then it hasn't really clicked. He kind of got hot there for a minute about a month and a half ago, but nothing's gone on. I don't trust their lineup. And the Rangers, I don't really trust either. This is nothing I wanted to be on. Miller, though, this is the spot. He's dominant at home here, Mike. Yeah. He's the classic. I fade this guy on the road, and he gets lit up. But his ERA is just over 2. He's been lights out. This is the spot. And, of course, Rocker, we've all known him for years. Obviously, this kid's really good. And the better part of him and Leiter, this guy's, I think, the real deal. And since he's been back this year, since he had the Tommy John, he's been pretty good. I think he just goes, though, 3 or 4 innings here, Mikey. I don't think he gets much more than that. And this is a road start in Seattle. So it's not like I'm rushing there. this is nothing for me. It's a good watch to see Rocker if you want to see him pitch.
Yeah,
I mean, you got something here?
I do. I went dogging. And the
I don't blame you.
Here's the reason when I don't see now sometimes you see it and you want to stay away from. I didn't see anything that said stay away other than Bryce Miller being at home. He's almost 1.9 ERA points better at home than on the road. But for the month and a half, the Seattle Mariners have been hitting sub 2. The Texas Rangers as well, kind of sub 2. There's inconsistency. Yeah. There's what I've been hearing about this Rocker kid is his fucking velocity is, burn a hole through a piece of plywood.
Oh, he's great. You never saw him pitch at college? You didn't see that?
No.
When he was the best? No?
No,
he was fucking unbelievable.
I think I watched one college baseball game, and it was because it was like left on TV or something when I fell asleep that night.
God damn.
No, but I've been hearing some great things about him, and I think maybe the thought that I had there was, we got a low-ass number on this game. So if we're not going to see runs from either side and Rocker's got this velocity, can he do enough to get us over the hump? And at a plus 132.
Yeah.
Spot that I wanted to take a shot.
If you like the Mariners, go full game. Like, even if Rocker let's say he doesn't get hits, okay. This Ranger bullpen's garbage. So, and even, or then he gets hit and that bullpen comes in, or he's lights out, but he's only going to go 4. I mean, he's got to be really good, I think, to go 5 here. And then you'll get to that Ranger bullpen. So I wouldn't mess, first 5. I would just go full game, if you like the Mariners.
Yeah, I was thinking I just want the benefit of the full game. I like the batters on Texas more than I like the batters in Seattle. That's kind of where I was thinking.
Yeah. I like neither of these teams. Like, shit.
Well, how about the Brewers and Giants game? Can we get you on something here? We've got the 71%.
No. That's why I was waiting for you to get through MLB. God damn it. I took Devers.
Look at our signals or something, so I know that's what the deal was, because we could have slid right through this thing. 71% of the bets and 69% of the cash on the Brewers. It's gone down from minus 138 to minus 130. 96% of the bets and 81% of the cash. I'm going to tell you, Birdsong is bird shit in my book. Every time this guy goes, it's like he either goes and it's a head fake and they take him out, or he goes and he only goes like 2 or 3 innings and he take him out anyway. So then we look on the other side and we got Montas, who surprisingly has found a second life. Maybe it's even his third life. Maybe this guy's got some type of cat inside him, because he's found a way to survive. But I don't know if it's just the recent sting of yesterday's game, 13-2. Man, I just don't want any part of this game. I didn't see any trends. I didn't see any angles. I didn't really see shit for anything I liked, other than both these pitchers aren't really great, and they probably could expect some more runs. But San Francisco's bullpen's in the struggle bus. Brewers bullpen's not doing much better. I got to imagine they didn't use a ton of pieces yesterday. When you start getting beat up like that, you don't tend to go put all your cannons in there. But there's nothing for me in this game. See, I'm not even going to try to thread the needle.
Yeah, one thing, which is his problem with Birdsong, is the walks. It even was. He just saw the Brewers at Milwaukee, and a team that doesn't hit lefties at all. Sometimes bad lefties, and they did here in Birdsong. Any good lefty. This Brewer team the last 2 or 3 years has just been garbage, been awful. I mean, he walks 4. The last start he walked 5. I mean, with traffic on, you're just stressing the whole time. So I think this is a decent spot. I don't love Montas. I don't know what we get from start to start. The price is a little bit high, but I think it's just Brewers. I didn't do anything yesterday. I had the Brewers in the first game of the series. They won 3-2, and I felt like I escaped that one. Price is a little high, but I'd be on the Brewers here. I'm tempted by them a little bit. Didn't bet it, but that's where I'd be.
So I was tempted to take the Brewers in the over 7.5
I kind of like the over. I don't just bet a ton of overs there and off a 13-2 game. But these pitchers walk a ton, and that just takes a big swing, Mikey, when that happens.
Yeah, that's
a couple. Yeah.
One big bad, and the Brewers certainly have shown that capability all season. But I just couldn't get there. There's nothing for me on this game either.
Lean Brewers, lean over.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
That's best we can do. Maybe as we get into the stream later on, somebody will have something earth-shattering to share with us that makes us all want to go and jump on it. But I highly doubt it. So yeah, Kelly D says,
oh yeah, that's why we're not betting it. I mean, shit.
Yeah. Look, we're volume guys, or I'm a volume guy and then some. But shit.
I don't know.
I would rather put my money on Torres hitting a home run than trying to bet in that game itself. So let's move on to college football, C-Mac. We know you are the star of the hit show that is taking YouTube over by storm, hitting the books.
I can't believe you said that. Well, it's been around a long time. I think the show is what it is. It shows our track record with it. So, but yeah, I appreciate the flowers, Mike.
You guys do a great job, man. It's my favorite college football listen. You do it so early in the week too that it's like, man, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell happened in college football, and you guys are already rolling.
Yeah, it's not easy after NFL Sundays to go through those games and be ready, but it works out the best to be sharp at college football.
Well, one point of contention. Mr. Ian Babano did say there's only one game on Thursday, and in fact there are two. Northwestern State and South Alabama with a monster number, 38.5. 54% of the bets are on Northwestern State, but 47% of the cash. I give my standard disclaimer because it looks like we got a ton of folks in here, a bunch of new names as well. We look at the bets and the cash typically as a reflection of the percentage of bets, kind of being all of the soup. It's your parlays, it's your teasers, it's your props, it's everything. All the tickets that are being written constitute the bets. Generally, it's the public. What's the handle? Then we look at the percentage of cash, and we think the percentage of cash, those are going to be more straight players. They're not looking for parlays. They're not looking for teasers. They're people that are coming in with a backpack full of cash. They're dumping it on the counter and saying, get your manager to approve me dropping 10 dimes on this team. Not 10 dimes entirely, but based on those two numbers, we look to see what's the book doing. How are they reacting? Are they showing concern? Are they welcoming more action from those bigger bettors? And we're looking at this Northwestern State team that opened up at 38.5. It's dropped to 37.5. And it's pretty 50-50. We have 54% of the bets on Northwestern State. We have 53% of the cash on South Alabama. And we have a total that's dropped. Now, there's 2-point drop in the total. We only have 39% of the bets on the over, but 58% of the cash on the over. And it feels like the over bettors are starting to jump in at the 60.5 C-Mac. Northwestern State, South Alabama, two bottom feeders, both at 0-2. The Demons, I saw somebody in the chat say, go Demons, 37.5. Is there any shot the money line's alive in this game?
No, I don't think the money line's alive in this game. But South Alabama, who's just been a very good team and a team I backed as a dog, they're going through some hard times, and it showed the first 2 weeks with it. Even losing to an Ohio team that's just gutted, Mikey, 27-20. And they got blown out, which we were all on, the North Texas, 52-38. One thing, South Alabama was still going to be able to score in this one. So I kind of lean to the over. You know what I think could be worth a shot in this, where they could hang if they just don't get down early with turnovers and stuff, is Northwestern State. Full game, this is 37.5, but first half, especially you give 24 here. If you got 24, I think they could hang a little bit. They at least can move the ball. And nothing showed me South Alabama, this defense has stopped anything. Northwestern and Ohio team that it's all brand new, that offense that scored 27 points. So this was, to me, I take a little bit with Northwestern State early, first half, plus 24.
I jumped on this over. I got a nice little number system going here.
I get it.
When you got a spread that's over 35, you got a total that's less than 65. It's 77-37 to the over. The numbers come down. The bigger bettors are jumping on this over. I'm one of those bettors that's involved in this over. And it's 60.5. I just need them to put up like 20. If they can get 3 touchdowns, I'll feel it. Even if they get to 17, I think we have a shot. And I don't think South Alabama has shown that they can go out there and really stop anybody. Ohio puts up a 27 spot on them. North Texas puts up 52 on them. I like an over.
Yeah.
I think that's a look here.
Get it. I like it.
Let's go. Next game on the docket. Pick up our pace here. Spent too much time talking about that Milwaukee Brewers game. And we look at this one. We've got Arizona State and Texas State. This line is now moved to 3s. There's 3s out there now. So a dog to a favorite in Texas State. We have 66% of the bets and 67% of the cash on Arizona State. Then we have a total that's gone down and down and down now. 60.5 has dropped all the way to 57.5. 47% of the bets and 55% of the cash are on the over, and yet it's come down. Earlier this week, we tossed that number. It might have been 59.5 on the under. Now, the underplay for this earlier this week, this is why the late betting works so advantageous, is that it was based on Texas State being the dog that the under made sense. So I've already got money on that play. I'm not going to try to hedge it or out. I got a better number than the 57.5 that's out there. But to me, what are we doing here? Arizona State's number has just gotten too wide. You took them for they were favored for a reason. Now they're a dog. Now you're giving me 3 points. Arizona State's 2-0 straight up and against the spread this season. They're scoring. And the challenge, I think, is Texas State's defense. Can they answer the bell? They are 2-0 straight up. They're 1-1 against the spread. I just don't know if they can go out there and do it. Now, they did shut down UTSA, and that's probably the thing that's got like the recent taste in everybody's mouth. But Lamar, was it Lamar? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was Lamar. Lamar Cardinals goes out there and hands him a fit. I mean, it's 34-27. A lot of guys I know, a lot of guys I respect jumped on this Texas State team. The telltale for me, where I knew I had to flip the trigger and take Arizona State +3, is I saw a lot of fugazi lines being posted out there on Twitter. A lot of guys posting numbers out there. Now, not a big fade or follow Twitter guy, but when they're posting lines from what was 2 or 3 days ago, you know they're just trying to steam. They're trying to fake. They're head faking everybody. And I think this Arizona State team, I mean, come on now. You know, we're looking at a team that's just plays better competition all around. I see the Texas State numbers, but I think you missed the best of the number. I'm jumping in on Arizona State +3, C-Bank.
Look, I get it. I don't have a bet on this game at all. One thing with UTSA, they don't have a quarterback, and they shot themselves in the foot with turnovers, and it just kind of got away from them. You know, Texas State with McLeod, he's been good. He was good this last game against UTSA, and they took advantage. But yeah, going through that first game with Lamar, this is a Texas State defense. That's where I have a problem. Even then, we're like +1 on Monday. I didn't want it, and I was a little high on Arizona State. And the game last week versus Mississippi State was just one where I didn't play -5. I mean, you know what I mean? I think Babano, and I talked about, he played it. I didn't, and they jumped out big and held on. They were up 24-3, 27-3 at halftime. And kind of hung on there. But Lamar, they didn't run it, but they were able to throw it. So the big thing is Arizona State, the running will be there. It's here. Levitt, can he kind of throw it around? And I haven't seen really enough to really love this guy. I think he's solid at quarterback, but not enough to go on the road. Now you're getting a 3. So everything's different. It's steamed. It's been crazy with this line. It's a huge game Thursday night. Arizona State has been on the road. These are just trap games. These are for ones, if I don't love one side, I just stay off. And this is one, or I can jump on live watching it. So I just had nothing before. Just because there's one game on tonight doesn't mean you have to bet it. I always say that too. Everyone seems like there's one college football game. Everyone that's got to be bet. It's got to be bet. And for to start the year, Mike, I've almost bet every single one. Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday game this year, which is weird for me because usually I'll pass on these. But I have to pass. There's nothing that stands out to me. I don't trust both defenses. I thought Arizona State's defense last year took a step forward a little bit, especially in some of their games. But now here on the road, but I don't know if Texas State can take advantage of it. We should get points, but I don't know if we get a ton. This one's going to be good. You know, this is a watch for me in the end. You know, now you're getting a 3. That's why I shouldn't even see there should be crazy 3s because you got to think there'd be the buyback because all this steam's gone to them. Texas State is healthy. Arizona State's they have some guys out, but nothing important. They're dealing with some injuries, but nothing crazy here. By the big time, they're big time players. So. But everything's heading, steam to Texas State. Now, if they win, if you got them just to win, that's fine. But laying the 3, no way. No way, no how. And this, I mentioned it the other day, is such a big game for Arizona State. Like, go on the road and win this. You know, a hostile environment and come out 3-0. We'll see if they can do it. I love Scatabo, their running back. You know, give him the rock. Maybe look to an anytime touchdown with him. Yeah.
Jerry Davis has him to get to the century mark for a +140. So certainly.
I like it. I think Texas State, I was talking about too, their defense, their against the run was a little bit better, but it's not great. Last year was pretty good. They kind of got more burden against the pass, but I still don't think their money. Scatterbo should be right there. I like it.
Well, let's move on to the big game, C-Mac. It's Thursday night football. We got a big live stream tonight. We're joining forces with the razor sharp picks and sports money crews. It's going to be a ton of fun lining up with the fellas. It's the Bills and the Dolphins, C-Mac. I shared at the start of the show. You guys know I'm an Eagles fan. Did you know I'm a Bills fan? That's my AFC team. Regionally speaking, it became my adopted AFC team. Bills and Dolphins, big game. Remember growing up back in the day, squish the fish. And we got an interesting line here because it's gotten to 2.5s. I haven't seen any 3s yet, but I haven't refreshed either. We have 73% of the bets on the Bills. I do remember seeing somebody, I think it was BetMGM, said they're not expecting, unless there's an injury news or anything like that, they're not expecting it to go to 3. 73% of the bets and 47% of the cash are on the Bills. So we talk about those number splits there and how that kind of works out. When it get close like this, I like to look at the money line as well. The money line shot up 20 cents from -115 to -135 in Miami. It's 80% of the bets on the money line. 53% of the cash on the Bills money line. Kind of makes sense because the public wants to take the +2.5 with Buffalo, or the public's saying, screw the points, I'll just take the money line with the Dolphins, which could present a middle. And as far as the total goes, it's 51 that's dropped down to 48.5. We have 72% of the bets on the over, but 70% of the cash on the under. Here we go. Josh Allen, Tua Tagovailoa, looking to get themselves. Is Tua going to be looking for some revenge after the Bills turned him into Swiss cheesehead? Or does Josh Allen figure it out?
Dolphins got this game circled, whatever, triple circled.
Triple stand.
But they haven't been able to get this shit done here against this Bills team. Like, even when they beat them, I remember that game 2 years ago, 21-19. And I don't trust the Dolphins laying points at all. I get it. I'll take the 2.5, but I get where people just take the money line. Yeah, I think the game could be tight. And always the 3 is a little bit coarse in football is still big. But now with the extra point, I think the 2.5 is okay just to be safe. I don't trust the Dolphins here at home with their defense. I also have a bet with Dalton Kincaid. He didn't do anything week 1. I kind of like that. That's why I circled him in this one. Over 42.5 receiving yards. He had 4 for 27 in the 2 splits, and then he had 7 for 84. I think he gets some looks tonight in this one. Dolphins, too, against tight ends. Not the best, towards the bottom in some categories. And they've given up a ton of TDs to tight ends, especially the last couple of years. So I have a little on his touchdown, plus 210. I thought that was valuable, but over 42.5, I think they find him. I always love Josh Allen. He was running a little bit last week. Whatever he had, 50 yards, right around there, 40. He had 2 TDs. I don't mind that. I was looking at it. I'm going to stay off. And how much does this Miami offense click? So the injuries we got going on, Mozart's out. A-Chain's probably questionable even. Campbell, the DB, is questionable. I haven't heard news if he's in. Have you yet?
I haven't. I was just looking at it as you mentioned that here. And the only thing
What about Ramsey, too?
The only thing I see is Mostert is out. That's the only thing I see official right now.
Yeah, that's out. Yeah.
Out, right.
So we'll see what this Bills second. They've kind of been able to contain Tyree the last couple of years in these matchups. He hasn't had a monster game. He's had like 6 for 62, 7 for 55. I think he had like 5 for 81. I don't know. He hasn't had a huge game. And they'll look to stop him, I think, again. I think this game's good and close. That's what I want. I want the Bills in this one. I'm going to stay off the total. These teams can light it up. In between in their matchups, too, there's been all those ton of points. There's been a few unders where it's been a little bit closer, 14-21, the 21-19 2 years ago, a little bit. And they know each other so well. And it was always like Patriots go down to Miami, they lose. Even the Bills. But the Bills have played better down here, Mikey, and it's not that big a thing because when the Dolphins go up to Buffalo, as you know, it's just not good. You rather go up there in September and not when it's cold and shit. They get their ass kicked regularly.
It's the reverse weather effect, right? Because they were getting sent down to Miami quite a few times in the winter, and definitely the humidity and the heat, the way the stadium is set up in Miami, that blisters the sun on the opposing team's sideline. But the sun's going to be down. I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today. I said, I think the humidity factor will be a little more of a situation here because, look, I'm
it's better at night though here.
It is.
That helps.
It is. It's been cool, though. It's been in the 60s like the last 7 to 10 days up here as well. So does that play a part? I'll tell you, I threw it on the screen. I've got a same game parlay. Maybe it's a little square, but I'm looking at the over in this game. The Bills are in a strong over position. They're basically, let me find it here. Their over to me was let me see where it is. Where'd it go? 7-0 the over when they're a dog of more than 2 points. So, I think that comes down to the fact that Josh Allen airs it out when they're down in those spots. Maybe they're behind and he has to come back. He's a great spot for over 250 plus passing yards. He's done that, I think like 6 of his last 7 times against Miami. I'm throwing it off the cuff.
Yeah.
So I took the over. I got the over now that it's down from 51 to 48. I'm taking that over. I went to Tyreek Hill to get a touchdown. I mean, the most juice guy on the board. Square as square can be, right? Square patty. Dawson Knox. Now I saw your message. I saw your Kincaid look. And the thing I don't like about the tight end situation here is they're going to be running Shakir in the slot position, mostly because of how poor the slot performance has been out there with the Miami Dolphins.
Kincaid's going to be in the slot. That's why I went with him.
Right. So what I thought about that, though, is does that reduce the amount of snaps? I just looked at this and I saw 1.5 for Knox.
I like Knox.
He's a touchdown.
I mean, I still think he gets his too. They'll look for him down there too. It's a little bit tough where there's 2 tight ends, but I think they're trying to use Kincaid a little bit more in the slot.
Yeah.
And he's not a traditional big tight end. I don't mind it at all.
And then I jumped into with Josh Allen, 225 plus yards. It's 5-1. It's not the sexy 25-1 home run spot, but it's something that I wanted to jump in on because I wanted to get a little covering fire on that spot. Now I'm going to tell you this, C-Mac. I see your 2.5. I got to go with the Dolphins in this spot. I'm taking it. I'm taking the Dolphins. Can't believe.
By the way, I got to be correct because I got to look it up again. He's 6-0, I believe.
On Thursday.
Thursday night football.
Thursday night.
Josh Allen, not against the spread though. That's why I don't know.
Did I say against the spread? You're right. It's
no, me. I just know Josh Allen on Thursday Night Football is 6-0. I don't know if it's straight up or against the spread. I don't want to. But I just know he's done well, and this is the division game. So roll with Miami. It's under 3. Bite, Mikey. Let's go, baby.
Josh Allen is the dog. First time since Josh Allen has been a dog in some of these spots. Was the last time was against the Dallas Cowboys. He did not have his best game. He had 3 fumbles and an interception for 4 turnovers. Then you look at the last time he was a dog. He hasn't been a dog against Miami very much.
When was that Dallas game?
That was back in 2018. So it's got some years.
Come on. I was about to say, Jesus.
But
right.
Josh Allen, 11-2 straight up against the Dolphins, only 7-5-2. When he was in the dog role, he did lose in that spot as well. So, it's my team, but it's not my primary team. It's my secondary team. I'm going to take me some Miami Dolphins on top of the same game parlay as well.
All right.
Let's go. Shout out to Old E gifting us that $10 dono, my dude. I appreciate you guys. Thank you to Old E. Thank you to everybody rocking with us. Grandma Horse Racing gifted a membership. Old E gifted a membership. Michael P with the $10 super sticker. The $10 dono from my dude, Old E, says Trisha M. Boots on the ground, Miami, reporting. Go. Let's go, you guys. We got to go. We got a live stream starting here in 15 minutes. Just enough time for me to go make myself a cocktail, place my final bet, C-Mac, and circle back and fire up. You ready for this game tonight?
Yep. Let's get it.
We got a good one on Thursday. I mean, let's count our blessings. We could have seen Cleveland play the Jets last year, but Jesus, let's have a good game tonight. Let's see some scores. Let's have some fun. Let's make some prop bets here. We're going to get the crew back. It's going to be a full panel assembled for you guys in just 15 minutes. So get yourselves freshened up, get your final bets placed, and get your asses back so we can make some money tonight.
These solo games too. That's the best thing. It's just all the focus is there. You're watching the game, and at halftime we can make good moves. Like you're not watching all and messing around. So that's what I love too.
We got baseball's going to be started. We're going to have more baseball until after the second half starts. We got full focus on this Bills Dolphins game.
Focus.
Cliff Yang wants the -190 lock of the day. Cliff Yang, stay tuned. Show back up. I'll have to fill C-Mac in. But it's all good, my dude. I appreciate all you guys. Cliff, David Wallace, Too Legit, Kelly V, Flea Mathis, Trisha M, of course, Sancho. Appreciate all you guys, man. Nasty Nate, Trap God, let's go. C-Mac, tell them what you got cooking. Make sure you go follow Hitting the Books.
Yeah, just go to the YouTube channel, Hitting the Books. Subscribe to it. That's it. And watch when you can. Hit the thumbs up. That's all we ask for in the end. And we'll get going on it. It will grow. I think we'll get going here soon enough, Mikey.
Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Let's go. It's just about time for the show, you guys. We'll see you in a little bit. Appreciate it.